Welcome back. You're watching us here on Bazaar Morning Call. Let's welcome Deven Choksey, the MD at DRChoksey Finserv, joining in. Deven, good morning. First your views on Alcobev stocks. I know it's a little early in the morning and early in the week as well, but Maharashtra government has increased the excise duty on Indian-made foreign liquor and other, products as well, including the likes of, we have Maharashtra-made liquor, premium brand foreign liquor, etc. Do you think this is a negative, or do you think what was earlier supposed to be a positive, again, under the India-UK free trade agreement, is now being undone?
Good morning, Mangalam. I think the wrong person to answer this question. Not fully sure about how exactly I lead this business, because I think we don't see this business very closely. So would regret my not answering this question.
All right, that's absolutely fine. A teetotaler asking another teetotaler, and eventually, no earlier wisdom. But what about, the auto stocks? They've been under this cloud of rare earth-related crisis. Do you think they will, navigate through this, barring a few delays? There's no real problem, or do you think in the medium to long term this could actually prove to be a bit of a problem?
So my take is that I think the different touching businesses pass through different challenges. I think auto industry has been passing through challenges earlier. A few years back, I think the semiconductor related issues, I think, confronted them, and they suffered, I think, for a couple of quarters. For sure, I think they couldn't produce at the peak level in many cases. Similar situation may arise, I think, if this situation is not resolved, I think, which is most of the auto companies are asking for by July or so. If that is not getting resolved, then a couple of quarters definitely will be a washout quarters in a way that I think they will significantly struggle, even though the market demand is there. But look at the situation post that. I think once this kind of demand scenario is still there and at the same time not fulfilled, maybe in the subsequent part of the situation getting eased out, the market, the companies would end up producing and selling much better as we experience post semiconductor crisis. So I would relatively remain confident about the situation. Maybe this is one-off kind of a situation wherein some of the auto companies might probably give up at least on the valuation to a certain extent. But I think there could be a buying opportunity in some of the cases. So we remain relatively more confident about the prospects going forward. Maybe short term, yes, I think a couple of quarters may get affected if the situation is not resolved.
All right. Hi, Deven. Good morning. It's raining blocks yet again. Couple of large trades already taking place in the block window, which is the pre-open window. Any view on either of these names? AB Capital, you have a block that's just taken place out there. And on Marks and Farmer as well, no discount to yesterday's close price. 1 crore shares change hands. Any view on either of these two?
So instead of getting neither specifically on the respective companies, I feel that I think probably the companies and the promoter groups are taking, and even the investors for that matter, are taking, I think, the maximum advantage of the current market situation, wherein the valuations are continue to be quoted at a premium level in most of the cases. Nothing wrong with that, because with the entry of some of the new hands continue to the companies and the shareholders, I feel that I think the influence are going to be even more positive going forward. So, like a case of example of Tata Technologies, I think, which completed the deal a couple of days back. I believe that I think such kind of deals definitely mean a better outlook for the company and the business per se, including for the shareholders. So we remain relatively more confident about this process at a premium valuation the new investor is getting into, which is a good sign, because I think that means that he would stay in the business for 7 to 10 years, which is a very good sign as I see it from the market perspective.
All right. What about the IT pack? Yesterday, that was doing well. We were hoping that, there'd be some clarity that would emerge in the US-China trade talks. Whichever way it goes, the street believes that maybe the export-facing sectors could benefit after the underperformance that we've seen in the IT pack. What are your views here?
Yes, certainly. We do agree that the worst, I think, seems to be behind for most of the IT companies. They are all waiting for the larger order inflow to take place. Their customers are waiting to get the clarity at their end. And that's the circle, I think, in which most of the companies are probably at this point of time. In my viewpoint, I think a couple of fundamental changes which are taking place in most of the Indian IT companies. They are typically, I think, changing their delivery models. I think from typical code-based delivery evolves to a solution or a platform-based delivery model, I think, which they already started adopting, including some of the larger companies like TCS, Infosys, among others. The real good excitement stays with the mid-tier IT companies, which are in a niche segment, be it in the area of automation, be it in the area of digitization, be it in the area of mobility, or for that matter, even artificial intelligence or cloud computing related subjects. I believe that I think mid-tier IT companies, which are typically engaged in providing B2B solutions to their customers in engineering R&D space included, I believe I think they are relatively better off. Maybe the valuation wise, they all are quoting at a reasonably good valuation currently. So immediate buying opportunity may not be found, but if market does give correction for some reason, then I think they would be the right ones to buy into the portfolio.
Okay, all right. Deven, I'm not sure whether you're tracking these defense names, but Reliance Infra, that one's been going from strength to strength. Not a stock for the faint-hearted, but any view on that name?
Not in particular Reliance Infra, but I think most of the defense companies, I think pretty exciting to find that they are getting some large size orders from the government. And they are multi-tenure orders, that means multi-year orders. They are not going to get over in 1 or 2 years. That means you are getting a visibility of next 5 to 7 years. And that's where probably I think one remains relatively more confident about the prospects going forward. Only point is that the market has ran up ahead of time, and as a result of which, I think they're factoring significantly large growth in their valuation. In my viewpoint, I think even though government has placed larger orders, I think the execution is not going to go beyond 15 to 20% rate of growth in most of the companies' cases. So a premium valuation of 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 kind of P's, I think are definitely going to haunt some of these companies at some point of time if the valuations do not correct in the course of time.
Right, Deven, thank you so much for joining in and giving us your view on a whole host of sectors and stocks. With that,